semester here is Mrs. Edna Prawl and Mrs. Joanne Paco.
Hey, Mom!
You know, it's just too bad. It's sad that we can't get enough awards, but you know, the awards you give out have to mean something, you know. And it's a special quality in the students that have these. It's good attitude, you know, never complain, try to do the very best they can. We got lots of those. Some of the people didn't get awarded, but I do thank those people who did work hard. Right now, I'd like to ask this one section to stand who had the best attendance of any of the sections in the band, and that was the flags. I think they need a hand of a round of applause. They had the best attendance of any section, and it's the best attendance for any flag corps we ever had too. So, you know, that was a real tribute to them, and I was very proud of that. It takes dedication, it takes time, yes. And they gave their time and did their very best. Now, is there any other students that would like to, you know, like I said, I've got something for somebody. Is that already given out, or what? Okay.
Well, Karen's get it. Each year we get Mr. Preston something from the senior class. When, you know, if I am the one to do anything, I put everything off to the last minute. And okay. It was my father and I and my sister and Shane. We got together yesterday, and we have built is a big podium. Are you listening to me? This is your gift, and you're not listening.
Okay, I'm listening.
Listen. Okay, we got together and we built him a stand or a podium. That's what I keep on calling it. This is a podium, but a stand. You know what you stand on in that ugly thing with the big black marks all over it? We built you a new one. It's not here, though.
Oh.
So that's what we have for him. The only thing that we're missing is carpet. And so then when we get the carpet on there, you'll have a new podium in your room. Thanks for very much. Okay, and Karen, since we didn't have that today, we went ahead and got him another gift. So he gets 2 gifts this year. Ooh. Anyway, so Karen's going to present him with his gift.
Briefcase. Most mine didn't have a handle on it, did it? Thank you.
I would like to first have all the officers for 1985, 86, 87, 85, 86, 86, 87. And that would be Marvin, who did the first half of the year, Joanne and Ron Paco, vice presidents, co-vice presidents. Ron is taking pictures. I don't know where he is. Somewhere. Having coffee, okay. Then when Marvin resigned, Joanne moved up to co-president with me. I was secretary, and then I moved up to co-president with Joanne. So Carol Devine was treasurer, and when we had the changeover, she became secretary treasurer. So we have had a real wild year this year. But if all the officers for 86, 87 would stand up, please, because it's a big job, and wherever they are, I know they're here. Carol, I know you're out there. And Dudley was the co-vice president. At our last band boosters meeting in April, we had election of officers again. Joanne and I, since we decided we would give this another shot, we're going to do it for a whole year. So Joanne and I will be co-presidents. Our vice president is, Joe and Pat Chance. If you'll just stand up, right. Joe and Pat Chance. We have co-treasurers of Dennis and Karen Moore. Dennis is in the back. Carol decided she liked secretary better than treasurer, so Carol's going to be our secretary this year. So Carol, stand up again, please. So we're hoping to have a very successful year. It takes all the work of all the boosters. No one can do it by themselves. So we are looking forward to having a lot of help from everybody that's out there today and tonight. And those that couldn't come, we'll just have to get in touch with them some way. But it is, it does take a lot of work. So we're anxious, we're enthusiastic, and I know we're going to have as good a better year than we had last year. We had, as you know, a lot of trouble with our bus this year. So there are two men that did a lot to help keep that bus running, and Johnny Jackson and Bobby Tucker. If you'll come up here, please. Yeah. But it's something to remind you of the bus, like you won't have any other memories. I know it's warm in here, and I'm going to make this quick, but we do have a fantastic band, but we couldn't have it without good directors. And Mr. Thrillkill, this is his first year, and I cannot pronounce his name right. I couldn't spell it either, so I had to look it up in the phone book to make sure I got it spelled right. His first year here, and I hope it's not, he's got many, many more to go, because he does have such enthusiasm. He can just get you excited when you don't even know that you want to be excited. He can make you excited. So we have just a little something for you. Oh, no. Open it.
All right. I've never had this one this high. You never opened presents like this for Christmas? All right.
It's for band camp in case you need to do those push-ups. Another person that's very important to the success of the whole school, and especially the band, and when I ever called him, which was quite often, he always was very, I don't know how to say it. He just, whatever we decided was okay with him as long as it didn't conflict with anything else that was going on in the school. And Mr. Marshall, you're at every function, every time, anything the band has to do at the competition. I know he was here. I saw it there.
Mark, we play football.
Right, we saved the best for last. The school, not only do the students have a lot of respect for Mr. Preston, but we as band boosters do also. I hear them on top of that bus yelling, but they deserve it when they get yelled at. It makes them just that much better. It just makes them that much better when they get out on the field. And there isn't anybody prouder than we are as band boosters and parents when we see you all walking out on that field. It gives us goosebumps. And you couldn't do it without Mr. Preston getting on you all the time. But he does tell you when you're good, you're good. And whenever you're bad, you're bad. And he lets you know. But when we have our band boosters, he just, you know, when we have our meetings, he's always there. He puts his input in when we ask for it or whether we don't. He puts it in. But we really do have a lot of respect for Mr. Preston. And we have a little gift for you. A big gift for you.
Maybe it's a supersized megaphone. Built in automatic spaceship sound. It's a silencer.
So you have to come in your bag. You need up to that bus.
Okay, so give me 6. Let's go. Yeah, I told you.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Right. How about that? Me and my wife have been fussing about this for about 3 weeks. It was either a lawnmower or a tennis racket. You know which one won? Lawnmower.
Here you go. This
Oh, that goes with it.
Tennis ball.
Take a guess. Tennis ball. Yeah, that's it. Wet tennis ball. Great. There you go.
I do want to read what I wrote on the card because I think it comes from all of us, and I just took it upon myself to write it. But it said, it's hard to put into words the kind of year we've had. We've had good times and a few bad times, but most important, we made it through together. We are looking forward to next year being even more exciting and more fulfilling. My daughter hates me for standing up here because she said both of my daughters, as a matter of fact, because I don't know what I'm going to do next year whenever I have one graduating. I'll probably get hysterical. But they're all, when you go with the band and you start to travel with the band, they do all become like one of yours. And if you don't do it, you really, really should, because it is really exciting. My husband's on the tobacco market, and he'd always go, what are you doing every Saturday going to these competitions? He came home and went to one, and every time that he's home, he'll go right back again, because it doesn't take much to hook you. That's all. Now to get into just a little bit of business. We will have a band boosters meeting next Monday night to start for the fall for next year. We have Belinda Graham and Sherry Lynch are going to be in charge of our trophies for the trophies and ads for our competition next year. We thought if we could get started just a little bit earlier, maybe some of the companies that have a budgeted only X amount of money for ads won't have run out of money by the time we get to them. So they are looking for people to fill and work on their committee. And if anyone, it's not an easy job and it's not a fun job, but it is something that has to be done. And if anyone knows or would like to work with this advertisement and getting the money and getting the advertisements for our competition, this is the biggest fundraiser that we have. It's our competition, and we need all the help that we can get. Let's see. We have got some of our committees established for next year, and they are Mr. and Mrs. Spalding for Ways and Means. If you'll stand up, John and Mary Spalding. Help me out. Let's see, who else do we have? Janet Perry for a uniform mom, uniform committee. Are there any other committee chairmen that are out there? because I have a blank, I can't remember. Pat Rogers for telephone committee chairman. Pat, there you go. The reason I am asking these people to stand up is because it makes it so much nicer if people volunteer to be on their committee rather than having to go and say, would you please? And we're always looking for volunteers. So if you think, now, when Shannon was in the 8th grade, and she was in the high school band, I didn't really want to become real involved, so I got on the telephone committee. So if there's, because I was afraid I'd get burned out. I'd never been involved. I didn't realize that there's people like Bobby Tucker and Johnny Jackson that have been in it for 20 years and they're still not burned out. But I didn't know that that's the way it worked and that you get hooked. But it's a good way to become involved and learn to meet some of the people that are in the band. So if you think that you have a lot of years left in the band and you don't want to become too involved, the telephone committee is a great way to get started. I don't know, and I don't have anything else to say. Do you have anything? Surprisingly enough, I don't. That's why I let you do all the talking. Joanne is the worker and I'm the talker. So if we don't have anything else, Mr. Preston has one more award that he wants to give out. And we really appreciate the turnout that we've had tonight. And don't forget the meeting next Monday night at 7 o'clock in the band room. Thank you. 7:30.
Mr. Marshall, did you want to say anything? I know it's getting late.
No, not after 2 hours.
John Philip Susan Award this year goes to Spencer Rogers.
Just right.
Very hot in here, so I'm going to let you go. I hope that you come by and say goodbye to your seniors in a nice formal way, and thank you for coming. Thank you, seniors.